Can you hear me now, guys? Nope. Nope. Any good? Can you hear me now, guys? Yeah, you should be able to. My mic was on mute. Bloody hell. What am I like? I tell you what, I have had so much technical drama, I swear. Honestly, the technical drama I have had with these readings this week. Great. Yay! Oh my god, I'm so glad you didn't hear everything I said before. Only kidding. Oh, it's so good to see you guys. Hello from horribly cold and wet and miserable New York. Oh my god, I tell you. You know what? Mercury is doing somersaults, and I'm telling you, I have had so many issues. I had to record Sagittarius 3 times. And anyway, I digress. Okay, so we've got quite a few people here, which is lovely, but let's... everyone's having issues. Yeah, you know what they say, issues are like tissues. You pull one up and another one pops right up. Get rid of one and another one pops right up. Okay, lovely. Now, oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm wearing my brother's fez hat. You know, magic, darling, magic. I'm channeling my brother Michael. All right, so why don't we... anyone have a question while we're here before I start the before I start the readings? Does anybody have a question for the tarot? The tarot. Anybody? Okay. Silence, darling. Everyone's silent. Nobody wants to ask a question. Everybody's doing really well. No one has any problems. Good evening. Does anybody have a question for the tarot before I start the readings? Oh yes, good. Text me that question so we can get on the ball. And then I can start doing the readings. What action should I take to start my new life? Okay, so major DZ, that's what we're going to do. What action should I take? It's very difficult to answer that in the cards. Let's see what we have. What action it's hard for me to give you a specific action through the cards. Why don't you ask me, should you take this kind of action? It's easier for the cards to do it because it's too broad a question. I mean, you know, the cards. Libra. Ask me a specific question. Does it involve a lover? You have to ask me a specific question, Major DZ. Oh gosh, I've got... Price's Moon. Okay. I'm going to have to go... You have to ask a specific question because I can't do that. So how am I doing in my ascension? Deborah, how are you doing in your ascension? How is Deborah doing in her ascension? Is she... Will my lover return? Yeah, okay. Let me do Deborah's at the moment. How am I doing in my ascension? Oh, there you go. One came out. Oh, Four of Cups. You're not focused on it. You got to focus. You're focusing on what's not working, Deborah. So it's almost like you're focusing on what hasn't worked out. This can be over criticizing yourself, and it's stopping you from seeing the full picture because you're so immersed in, you know, kind of regret. Maybe you shouldn't have done this, or you should have done this in a different way, or you should have done that. So, you know, he's kind of missing the gift that's right in front of him because he is so in his head about what perhaps you're overthinking. Maybe that's what it is. You're overthinking it, and it's just be in the moment. Well, that's enlightenment, isn't it? Being in the moment and just watching and seeing what's around you. So that's for you, Deborah. Okay, will my lover return? Screw the big picture. Yeah, that's very, you know, that's what's going on right now, the bigger picture. Bigger picture is kind of in. We're going to miss we miss the details, right? Okay. Major DZ. Will your lover return? Oh, well, look at this. The Lover's card. Hi, Jill. The Lover's card. So I'm saying yes. That's a yes for you, Major DZ. For sure, look. I mean, of all the cards to come out. There you go. Anybody else? I'm looking at your last text. Does it involve a liver? What action should I take? Does it involve a liver? Somebody's texting me, and I've got my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm going to tell her I'm live streaming. Hell yeah. Okay. Will I acquire my teaching degree? All right. This is for Truth 316. Will I acquire my teaching degree? Will you acquire your teaching degree? Oh, don't give up. Yeah, you may feel like you want to give up, but you know, yes, definitely. It's like you have to kind of sometimes you need to kind of back off, lick your wounds, rejuvenate, but get back in there. It's worth fighting for. Absolutely. Yeah, I would say yes. Truth. Okay. Okay, anybody else? Let's see. Oh, no contact in 4 weeks. Well, make the call. You know? Why? Oh, you know what? It's because it's my how dare you? Why am I jiggling? No, it's my computer. You know, I have to remember not to look. Every time I touch that, everything jiggles, right? I jiggle when I walk. Yeah. So I have to remember not to touch the table too much. See, when I do the readings, I was saying earlier, actually, I don't think anyone heard me, but when I was doing when I do the readings, I have a camera. Which, Truth 316, yeah. I have a camera with a stabilizing thingy-majig, whatever that's called, a stabilizer, but my computer doesn't. So, you know, if I touch the table, it jiggles. Yeah, Truth 316 school, you know, don't give up. You're almost at the finish line. Number 9, you're nearly at number 10. Don't you, you know, it may feel difficult and it may feel really like you're beaten up by it, but you're going to get it. Just keep doing the do. Keep on doing the do. Anybody else before I start doing my readings for 2020? We're going to do January, romance and finance. What's that song? No romance without finance. You gotta have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. Oh, everyone's left. Everyone's scattered to the 4 corners of the earth. Anybody else? Questions? No? Yeah, you know. I don't think I missed anything right back here. Let me see. No. I didn't miss anything. All right, guys. I guess we'll get on to the reading. If not, I'm going to. Hey. I'm going to do questions as well at the end. So, what's in store for me financially? Well, we are going to do that. We're going to do the financial thing. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Can't wait for a regular job. Can't wait for me to get a regular job. What's in store for me financially this year? Why don't we ask a specific question? That's too broad, Jill. Let's ask a specific question because, you know, I mean, I can see overall, but you had a question. Okay. I'm going to say, what does it look overall for you financially for the year, Jill? How does it look overall financially for Jill? Overall. Here it is. Oh, your ship's coming in, darling. It's saying make long-term optimistic plans, Jill. Your ship is coming in. Look out and look at your ship. It's not believing or wishing or hoping that it comes in. It's very, you know, it's coming in, so I'm going to make long-term optimistic plans. This is very Jupiter, expansion, bigger, better, more. Oh, I'm hanging out with you, Jill. Yes, it looks good. Oh my God, Major Deezy, will my mum disown me? Oh my God, why would she do that? How old are you for your mum to disown you? What a question. What a question. I'm not answering that. I don't think that's an ethical question. Will I argue with my mum? Will my mum get pissed off with me? Yeah, there you go. Good news. I am not so sure about the whole disown you. What, take you out of her will? Is that kind of disown you? Yes, I should. For sure, Jill. 59. Are you saying, Major, are you saying that is your mum going to take you out of her will? Is it that kind of disown? Is that what you mean? No inheritance? No, she already did. Well, then there's your answer. she took you out of her will, then there's your answer. Ooh. Does she have a lot? Oh dear. Okay, had a relationship fall apart. Was it the wisest of moves to move on from my former partner? Love is in the air. And maybe it, well, I mean, I could take this both ways. Well, we're going to do the finance and romance. I'm going to do all the readings for finance and romance, okay, for all the signs. So hang in there, guys. Okay, so the Lover's card, I would say, is normally a yes. And you've got, perhaps you should have, maybe it wasn't the wisest decision to move on, or maybe it was, but your strength is in kindness and compassion. So you have to be compassionate. If she would undisown me. Oh, okay. I didn't see that. We've got to have different questions from different people. Everyone's getting like 50 million questions here each. Okay, so I don't know if you're still in contact with this person, Truth 316, but I would be very kind and compassionate with this person. Did you end it and walk away? Kindness and compassion, whatever it is. Okay, so divorce ghosted. Will your mother come around to what? To accepting you again into her life? Will your mum accept you into her life again? Will your mum accept you into her life again? Okay. Oh. Well, it's interesting. We've got the moon, which is very maternal, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So I would say yes, but you know, you have to kind of take it slow and be very. I think she's going to come around. I do. You know, the moon is very maternal. It's accepting the shadow sides. It's looking in the shadows. I think. But maternal, female mother, she's the mother. And with the Ace of Pentacles, that's like a good start. So it's a slow start. I would work on that, yeah. I think she will. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so listen, I want to get to the readings. Because they do take a while. So we're going to start with Aries, and I will answer questions at the end. If you hang out until the end, I will do questions again. You did end it. Okay. Well, maybe there's a chance for you to, rekindle that. Because you did get the Lover's card. And you got the Strength card. Have the courage to be kind and considerate and compassionate. You're welcome. Okay, so this is for Aries. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aries for January? We're going to pull 3 cards for finances for January. And this is for Aries. 3 cards for finances. There's 1. Oh, there's 2. Okay. Oof, wow. 1 more card for Aries for finances. 1 more card for Aries for the month of January 2020. Oh, very good. Oh, very nice. And these are for, you know what? I'm going to use the Romance Angel cards for, should I? Maybe I should use the regular tarot. Nah, I'm going to use the Romance Angel cards. Okay. sometimes they're not as deep as I like them, but why not? Okay, so for love for Aries, what is in store for romance and love for Aries for January 2020? Okay, Aries, January 2020. Oh, okay. All right, so the first card out for Aries, and I want to look at the timestamp on this. What is this? I'm going to write this down. Aries. Let me just look. I have to move this out of the way. Does it say even? This hasn't even got the timestamp. Doesn't have it here. All right, well, so I'll have to do it after. Okay, so the first card out for Aries for finances is the Knight of Wands. This is a really nice card. The Wands are, you know, opportunities, and the Knight is all about taking action. So this can be an investment. You could consider an investment, but definitely this is an auspicious card, so things look really good, but definitely taking action towards it. So you can't sit back and wait for the money to roll in, finances to roll in, but you know, when you make the effort, it's going to pay off. And then you have the Three of Wands, which is the ships coming in, darling. I think January for Aries will be a very good month financially. This is making long-term optimistic plans. This was your card, Jill. Reminds me of Jupiter. You know, it's the number 3. It's, you know, expansion, bigger, better, more. And then you have, look, the celebratory card. You've got the Six of Wands. This is public accolades. So this can be a bonus. This can be a raise. This can be a new job. This can be your business getting off. This is financially, this looks great for Aries. And romantically, romance looks fabulous. You've got the honeymoon card. The honeymoon card is like, this is a real, look, you could take a vacation with a lover. Yeah, this is a really nice, this is enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. You don't even have to take a vacation. You can do a staycation, but spending that really beautiful quality time together. Oh, that's so beautiful. Look, it's Venice. So Aries, finance and romance looks great for you. I'm hanging out with the Aries. Okay, we're going to move on now to Taurus. Taurus, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Taurus about finances in January 2020? What's going on financially for Taurus in 2020? Okay, this is for Taurus. Oh, I just bloody smashed that card. Turn that over. Three cards for Taurus, please. 3 cards for Taurus. For finances. There we go. One more card for Taurus for finances. One more card. One more card for Taurus. Oof. There we are. Okay. And we're going to do romance. Of course, I always want to sing that song. No romance without finance. You gotta have a J-O-B if you wanna be with me. Oh, Taurus or Aries, Deborah? Are you a Taurus or an Aries? Okay. I have my moon in Taurus. So. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Taurus about their romance, their love life? What is going on for Taurus? Taurus for January 2020. Oh, there it is. Okay. Aries. Oh, darling, yes, I'm hanging out with you. The first card out for you is the Three of Pentacles. 3 again, expansion, right? So the Three of Pentacles is all about, focusing and also teamwork. So this might require some teamwork. It also requires that you listen to somebody else as well. Take advice from, so even though someone okay, so in the traditional card, right, there were 2 noblemen and there's an apprentice, and they are intently and listening to this apprentice because he has expertise in an area that they don't, right? So they are listening to him because they're learning something. They're not apprentices, they're the money backers, right? So they want to learn this. So it's about being open to hearing from other people so you can see the big picture of where you want to go financially. And this is definitely focusing on creativity and your craft and really spending the time and energy that it deserves for it to grow. And the next card out for you is the Queen of Wands. Darling, she's got it all. She's like the hostess with the mostest. I would say make sure that you're networking and you're making helpful connections, and don't underestimate yourself. This is all about confidence. So she's really confident. She's amazing, and she's brilliant. She's like networking all the time. She's socializing. She's a mother. She's a wife. She just seems to do it. She's an executive, she's a deal maker. So this is really connecting with people. Make sure that you're out there connecting with people. Because I think it'll be auspicious for you to do that. And don't underestimate yourself, and focus on your confidence. And you have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is worry, right? I got 2 of these cards this morning or yesterday, I can't remember. This is when you're worrying and you're thinking of the worst case scenario. So when this card comes in, it's saying, look, this is the mind. You can go down the rabbit hole and it's a waste of energy. I remember a guru, and I always say this, the guru once said to me, of course there were hundreds of people in the room, soon it will be $1,000 fine for negative thought. He was Indian. I'm not a very good Indian accent. But he said it's a waste of energy. And I always think, listen, so you have bills. Worrying about them doesn't get them paid. However, brainstorming on how you can make the money to pay the bills is something else, because then you are focused on the solution. It's why I called my business Live in the Solution. To remind myself to do that and not be here on the Nine of Swords, sleepless nights and just worrying. And that's not it doesn't do anyone any good. So I think it's about getting out there. It's about networking this month for you, and it's about focusing on your craft and your creation, your profession, whatever that is. Putting the time and the effort into it that it deserves. Become the master, right? And for love and romance, you have you deserve to be loved. You are lovable. So remember that. You are lovable and you deserve to be loved. All right. Now let's go on to Gemini. Gemini, the air sign. Communication. Gemini's feeling this, these transits because Mercury is the ruling planet of Gemini. And Mercury today is trining Uranus, so very surprise encounters, brilliant ideas. You know, you can come up with some brilliant ideas as well. And is it tomorrow or the day after? I think it's actually Thursday. Mercury is conjunct Jupiter. So, you know, that's chatty. Perfect for me to be on here. I can just chat away, bore you all to death. Talk and talk and talk. All right, so this is for Gemini, Oh, and I know Jill's a Gemini too. Yes, this is for Gemini. Gemini, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Gemini on finances for the month of January? What is going on financially for Gemini in January 2020? 3 cards for Gemini, please. Oh, there's 1. 2 more. Oh, there's 2. There you go. Oh, very interesting. Okay, now we're going to do finance, love, just in time. Gemini rising. There you go. Just in time. Gemini. On time. You are on time. Okay, this is for romance. This is for Gemini. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Gemini on romance for January 2020? Oh, coming out, not coming out. There it is. Okay, so the first card out for finances is the Magician. And look, it goes with a heart. How cool is that? The colors go exactly with the heart. And it's a very powerful Magician, this one is. I love this one, this card. Look at that. I kind of want to just leave that there. The Magician, basically, you can create your finances. Whatever you want, it's within your power. You just have to get it. You just got to get it together. You have to believe and you have to go out there, because the Magician actually creates something magnificent out of seemingly nothing. Just the 4 elements. So you have that. When this card comes up, it's saying you've got everything that you need to create the financial picture that you want. So you can make the money. You have the power. You got the power. And the next card out is the 6 of Wands, darling. Celebrate, celebrate, da, 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 da. This is public accolades. So this is like, this is a raise. This is a promotion. This can be a bonus. This is you being rewarded financially in some way. You know, hey, you never know. The lotto. I mean, you're coming into money, because this is definitely a reward. And then you have the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is, you know, he comes in, you know, he's very quick, he's gallant, he's here I come to save the day. So the knight in shining armor is coming in. I will say he's the champion for justice. So you must have integrity. You must be very honest. You must, you know, don't do anything underhanded or nefarious or anything like that. No, you know, no padding any invoices, or, you know, this is karmic, right? So you kind of want to, yeah, how exciting. So you kind of want to really keep your side of the street clean because you don't want to accrue any karmic debt. But this is fast energy coming in. The one thing I will say about this is that he can be a little impulsive, you know. He can go in, he sees something doing something nefarious, and he chops off their head. You know, he is quick to judge. So you have to kind of think. Yeah, karaoke night. Every night with me it's karaoke night in my own head. So I would say, you know, if you have a chance to make an investment or something like that, you really need to kind of discuss it with someone else. Don't make any rash financial decisions in January. That's the bottom line, is what I would say about that. And then this is very interesting. I do like this card. This is for your romance. It says keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So be open to speaking to someone, you know, who has the right kind of character, because in the end, when someone's really attractive on the inside, even initially you may not be attracted to them, as you get to know them, they become very attractive. So keep an open mind and consider people outside the box, or somebody that you wouldn't normally consider. So yeah. And also, if you're in a relationship, you have to keep an open mind and not be quick to judge, and allow your partner some room to be a little odd. It's what I can say. So let's go on to Cancer. Cancer. Lovely Cancer. The moon child. The moon children. Moon shadow, if I ever lose my mind. This is for Cancer. For Cancer, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Cancer on their finances for January 2020? What can you tell them about their finances for 2020? Cancer. Okay, one more shuffle. Okay, one more shuffle. For Cancer. Well, that was a weak shuffle. Let me do another one. That was a pathetic shuffle, guys. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Hi, guys. Okay. Cancer. This is for finances for January 2020. What can Cancer expect financially in 2020? 3 cards for There's one. Oops, not very good. 2 more cards. You're welcome, Jill. Oh! And 1 more card. There it is. Oh, that nearly. Oh, dear. Okay. I'm Cancer too. Hey, Nor. How are you? Lovely to see you. I'm glad you made it. He's going to have to be odd dealing. He's dealing with me. Yeah, Christy. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. This is for Cancer. Oh, wait. I'm doing the romance. This is Cancer. This is romance for Cancer. Romance for Cancer. Ain't no romance without finance. You gotta have a J-O-B if you wanna be with me. Okay, Cancer. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Cancer on their love life or their romance in January 2020? Okay, here we go. Oh, Okay, so the first card out is the Five of Wands. So this is a conflicted card. It's not very auspicious financially. So this can be, this is a struggle. So there may be some kind of struggle. But I think, let me just have a look at this. Oh, no, you're under the weather. Oh, I'm glad you could join in too. I haven't done Pisces yet, no. That comes at the end. I'm doing it in order, yeah. Okay, so here we have this conflict, right? And this is like an ugly conflict. So you can have, something came up, I think, in one of the readings, and it was about you have to be careful with whom you argue, particularly this week and actually going into January, because maybe you could argue with the wrong person at work or get into the wrong kind of discussion and cause some political issues at work, or perhaps even with a client or something. So you have to be very careful, Cancer, about that. Hi, Blue Butterfly. And you've got the moon, right? And the moon is maternal, the moon's hungry, and the moon wants security. So you are craving security. And, maybe somebody who is responsible for giving you financial aid or sustenance, or, your boss or wherever you're getting the money from, you may have an issue with them. Maybe you're not getting... I did, right? That's exactly it. And this is so interesting that this is coming up, because I remember thinking at the time, you've got to be careful if it's somebody in a hierarchy position. So, sometimes we get very familiar with our superiors, and perhaps we will say the wrong thing, and it can really mess up our security and our finances. So to be aware of that is really is a really good thing. And look, too much emphasis on the material realm. This is called the shadow side, right? Moon shadow, right? Moon shadow, moon shadow. So the shadow side is it's the devil in the traditional tarot, and it is too much emphasis on materialism. So it's hard if you're in need. It's hard not to focus on the material, but this is definitely. Whenever this card comes up for financially, you have to be careful not to overshop, not to, sometimes to get out of our feelings, right? Our needy feelings. Because I think financially, Cancer might have a rough time in January. We've got this huge astrological event happening in January, and we're all leading up to it. We're leading up to it right now. So this is, we've got an eclipse, a lunar eclipse, and then we've got this huge conjunction with Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn, and there's something like 6 or 7 planets, in Capricorn. There haven't been that many planets in Capricorn for about 700 years. So this is major. It's a major event. So wherever this is happening in your chart is how it's going to affect you. And I think Cancer, it's happening in the 6th house, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's the 6th house. I have to double check. And that's work. So there's a lot going on for Cancer in January. So just be aware of that. And so financially, so that's not very hopeful financially. I wish it was better. I'm a Cancer, so what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I have to put everything. Oh my God. I always have to put everything to a song. Okay, so for romance, It's forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So this is about, I always say, skipping it half another minute. I always say we have reaping days and learning days. I wish I would just have more reaping days, but I wouldn't appreciate the reaping days if I didn't have the learning days, right? So we just have to learn from our past, and we have to forgive. We have to forgive, take the lesson, and move forward, and make sure that doesn't happen to us again, whatever did happen. Okay, so now we're going on to Leo, and I'm a Leo rising. Let's hope that's better news than Cancer. Oh my God, I think I'll hibernate for January. You may not hear from me for a month. I may just disappear into the abyss. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, blue butterfly. That's not good. Breakups are not easy. Even if you're the one breaking up, it's not easy. It's just not. Okay, so this is for Leo. For Leo, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Leo on finances in January 2020? What can Leo expect? What can Leo sing it, baby? Leo expect January financially. Spirit is here. My nose is going 10 to the dozen. 3 cards for 1. 2 more cards for Leo. 2 more cards for Leo. For finance in January. Finance. There we go. Okay. Oh, very, very interesting. And let's do romance for Leo. Oh, thank you. I hope you mean me. Can't see anybody else's face. Thank you. No, you're too kind. You are. It's the lighting. It's the lighting, darling. Okay, let's go. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Leo through these romance cards for their love and romance in January 2020? Oh, guys, by the way, I've got the 12-month readings as well. And they're really interesting. And right now, until the 5th, I am throwing in the natal chart reading with that. Just till anyone who purchases it before the 5th. Up until the 5th. Okay. What? Oh, here we go. Oh. Okay. That's so funny. Okay, so the first card out, darling, is the Queen of Pentacles. Darling, she loves opulence. She loves thank you. Here's the glow. She loves opulence. She loves luxury items. She wants to be surrounded by it. She's loyal. She's incredibly, she's a really good businesswoman. She's very down to earth. She knows how to, she takes care of everything. I always think of her as Gaia, right? The, goddess of, the earth. So she's the earth mother. And she's all about manifesting wealth, right? But she works hard. She works hard for her money. So hard for it, honey. So she works really hard for it. So this tells me that you will get rewards financially. You'll have abundance. She's all about abundance, right? But you have to work hard. And what's interesting right next to it, look, it looks like the God of Earth. Isn't that beautiful? That's called the World card in this deck. I love it. And the World is, you have all this worldly experience. You have been around the block once or twice, And you can, listen, you could do the same old stuff, right? Because, you know, we have cycles, right? Life is cyclical. So this is saying you can do everything you have been doing and you'll get the same old results. You know, and if that's worked for you, then fine. But if you want different results, then you have to do something differently. And this, when this card comes up, the universe has your back. So the universe or God will help you make this transition into doing something different. And usually I always think of this as like, you know, taking on your life purpose, doing something that feeds your soul, right? It's not about, you know, or even your behaviors, changing bad habits into good habits, you know, whatever this is for you, whatever area of your life you need to change. But this is financial. So this is definitely, you know, in terms of, you could change your careers, you could start a new course in study to do, you know, to embark on your life purpose. So this is a very auspicious card. And then the next card, you know what I just got for this as well? So this could be, you know, Leo, this could be that you could invest your money differently. If you haven't invested, then maybe you can invest. There's something, you know, you could invest in a business, invest in yourself. Oh, that's what I got. There you go. Now, the next card is the Nine of Wands. So this is where you're kind of, you may feel a little like fed up and you know, you can't keep going. You're tired of being on the treadmill of, you know, going to work and, you know, paying the bills and coming home and sleeping and going to work, and it's that treadmill, and it's like you're tired, you're beaten up from life and you're exhausted and you just want to give up. And this is saying, no, don't. You know, don't give up. Fight for what's rightly yours. You know, go to bat for it. Really go to bat for it, because you're almost at the finish line. This is number 9. And you know, you may have to fight one last battle. You know, you may have to go to bat. Sometimes this also means, you know, standing up and asking for a raise, you know, asking for what you deserve. And I think it was my brother was telling me once that there was, you know, that they'd stopped giving bonuses or raises or something, or very small raises, and he would go in every single year, no matter what, even if he thought he wasn't going to get it, he would still ask for it. And so that's interesting, because men do that. There's a study that men do that more than women. So you know, do it. Stand up for, protect what's yours. You know, it's a protection. Protect what is rightly yours. And then romantically, so that's financial for Leo, and romantically, you have children, and it says your love life is being affected by children. What's really interesting, right? Leo rules the 5th house, and the 5th house is the house of pleasure. It's the house of children too. It's the house of romance. So this can mean a couple of things. It can mean that one or the other of you have children from another partnership or relationship, and these, you know, the children are coming, you know, are getting in the way, or you have children and with your partner, and they're taking up a lot of your time and there's no time for romance, or you're trying to have a child, and, you know, I don't know if any of you have ever tried to have a child. I haven't ever tried. You know, it happens to me. I'm fertile myrtle, as they say. Yeah, so this could be that you're trying to have a child, and that's kind of, you know, all my friends who are trying to have children, it becomes mechanical, and it's not even enjoyable when you're making love. It's just like, okay, time to make the donuts, and those of you who are young will not get that. When I say that to some people, they go, huh? It was a commercial in the 80s. Time to make the donuts. Anyway, we're going on to Virgo, darling. Virgo. Let's see what Virgo the Virgin. What have we got in store for Virgo? Virgo. Finances for Virgo in January 2020. What have we got for Virgo? Financial. What's going on financially? Actually, I need to do this one more time. This is for Virgo. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Virgo in their finances for January 2020? What will help them to know? Okay, 3 cards. Oh, that was too many. There's a lot going on for Virgos. Okay. 3 cards. There's 1, 2 more cards. Oh, there's 2 that flew out. Okay, 1 more card for there. Oh no, fell back in. There it is. You got 2 cards. There was Virgo was definitely wanting to come out. Oh, very interesting. Okay, and then we'll do romance. What's going on romantically for Virgo in January? What's going on for Virgo in January romantically? This is for Virgo, romance in January 2020. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's my favorite card. There's one card I really love in this deck, and it came out for Virgo. Okay, so the first card out is the 4 of Cups. So I'm getting that, and this is typical Virgo, criticizing, focusing on what hasn't gone right and what's going wrong. And it's not, they're just trying to find the problem. So they're looking for a problem, right? And in looking for it, they're missing the gift. So I would say focus, laser focus. Oh, my eyes are going 10 to the dozen here. Oh, laser focus, because the gift is right in front of you, and you're 2 in your head, and this is Mercury too, because your Virgo's ruled by Mercury as well as Gemini. Mercury is the ruling planet of both signs. So I would say you really have to focus. Get out of your head and stop looking for the problem and start looking around, because the solution is around you. It's not in the problem, it's around you. And the card is kindness and compassion. My sister's a Virgo, I'm always saying kindness and compassion. It's about having the courage to be kind and compassionate and not, you're trying to help people, but they don't see it as a help. They see it as criticism, and they can't take it sometimes. So you're being asked to just be kind and compassionate. Just be. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to fix it. Allow others to fix their own problems. And look, this is manifestation of wealth and abundance. I really, on the whole, what I'm getting is that you are going to miss an opportunity. This is a missed opportunity, right? This can be a missed opportunity. So you've really got to come out of your head, Virgo, for January. You don't want to miss an opportunity, but she's here, and this is like, she's the queen, darling. She is manifesting, and right next to her is the Justice. So you're being asked to balance, but you're being asked to be very, very honest. No manipulation. It's really important to be completely and utterly honest. Honest with yourself. Keep keep your side of the street clean, keep everything up front. And, you know, sometimes we say things to, you know, manipulate people into doing something or choosing something that we want, but don't resist the urge to manipulate in any kind of way, any kind of outcome. Just be completely honest and truthful, and things will work out financially. Okay, so romance, darling, it's my favorite. It is called Attraction. And I love this card. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And it kind of goes back to this, right? Romance, finance. Romance, finance. So Virgo, you really, look, she is smelling the rose. And she is so engaged in smelling that rose and being in the moment and enjoying it. She's not even aware of anyone around her. And she is the most attractive that she can be, because she's not trying or putting up a front or trying to be anyone else. She's living in the moment, in the passion that she is feeling as she's smelling that beautiful rose. And that is when we're most attractive. When we are authentic, when we are ourselves. I tell clients and people all the time, we have nothing. The only uniqueness about us is us. So, you know, capitalize on you, being you. Don't try to be anyone else. Don't try to be something someone else wants. That never works out, because your true colors come flying out at some point, right? You can't avoid that. So attraction, just be, you know, I always say to people, when am I going to find love? Find your passion, right? And then you'll feel so fulfilled, you're not going to need anything, and that's when your love will arrive, because you're so fulfilled in your passion. So that's Virgo. Let's do Libra. Libra now. Libra, the scales, balance, Libra. You know, well, let me just do this. I'm not going to go off on that tangent. I could digress. Okay, this is for Libra. For Libra, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information. Can you give Libra for finances in 2020? Okay, let me do one more shuffle. One more shuffle. Yes, more. Libra, Libra, Libra. Oh, you really helped me last time when you did that. You know, all the way through, I just looked for your signs, and then I was like, oh, that's your sign, yeah. You were so helpful, because you kept putting, you said Libra, all the signs were up, and then I went in and put all the timestamps. It just made my life so much easier. You are a doll, darling. Okay, Libra, Libra, Libra. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Libra on finances for January 2020? 3 cards. Oh, 3 cards came out. 3 cards right there, darling. There's no messing around for Libra. Okay, and then we're going to do the romance cards. Yes, romance. This is for Libra. For Libra, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Libra on romance for January 2020? What can you tell Libra about romance for 2020? Okay. Oh, about 10 cards came out. It's telling me a lot. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, the first card out, darling, is the Empress. This is fabulous. This is, you know, Jupiter, number 3, bigger, better, more, expansion. This is definitely, she manifests abundance. That's what she does. She's the queen of abundance, the Empress. She's also reminding you to get in touch with your feminine, sensual side. That goes for men too. We all have, male and female within us, and it's getting in touch with the divine feminine within, right? This is what you're being asked. And she's just a powerhouse of creativity. So you can create wealth and manifest wealth by doing something very creative. I always say, in one of my classes when I'm teaching tarot, I have them picture something, right, to remind them of the cards. And for me, the Empress, I've always thought of me in the kitchen when I'm like creating, right? She's really messy, creativity is messy, and I'm like this, food on the ceiling, on walls, on the floor. And I make this gastronomic creation, and then I'm going to clean up, right? Because that's what the Emperor does. He comes in and cleans up all her mess and organizes and gets it organized. So she's about getting her hands dirty. She's about creating it from, she's putting her hands in the clay. She's molding it. She's creating it. So manifest, darling, manifest. Now the next card out is the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is like feeling out in the cold. Feeling out in the cold. So feeling deprived. This is a feeling of deprivation. But you have to look at there's a little spring flower here, right? Hope springs eternal. Abundance comes in many forms, and so when the Five of Pentacles comes in, it's feeling deprived, and perhaps you are stressed. Some of you may be stressed for cash, or or financially stressed. That's understandable. The only way to get from deprivation to abundance is gratitude. That's the antidote. You have to be grateful for all the little things in life. You start being grateful for little things, and then you start seeing more things to be grateful for. You start noticing it, and before you realize, more things are attracted in your life for you to be grateful for. It's really the law of attraction, right? So this, even in this barren land, there's a little spring flower. So you have to remember, look, she's creating. You've got to get creative. And in the winter, we think everything's kind of, barren and cold. What you don't understand is what's going on under the ground. Everything is working and growing, and the seeds are germinating, getting ready to push through in the spring. They're doing all the work behind the scenes, underneath, right? And the winter things, the leaves, the foliage has to, the trees have to almost die and just get naked and bare, and then they just spring into life in the summer. But all the work has been done under the ground in the winter, behind the scenes. There you are, gratitude, absolutely. And then look, hope springs eternal. This definitely, look, she's pregnant with ideas. This is a fertile mental time for you to think about how to make money and how to create it. You can do this because she does it. She's pregnant with ideas. She's got brilliant ideas, and she's creatively thinking of all these incredible things to manifest. And here you have the ultimate idea. This is the spark that lights a flame that can turn into a blazing fire. And this is definitely, there is a butterfly here. So finances are going to change. This is budding. Something, you could come up with a brilliant idea, and this is really important to act on it, to take some action. Because some of us all say, I'm going to write a book. I've got a book in my head, I'm going to write it. And then they never put pen to paper or, type it, whatever you want to do. So it's really important to move towards it, to take the action. there you go. That's what you have to, that's all you can do, right? Even in dire situations, we just have to be grateful. There's always something that can, you know, that we can do, hopefully. So, you know, that's a beautiful opportunity. This is an opportunity. This is an idea. This is, you know, serendipity. And this is the time. This is the time to brainstorm and come up with brilliant ideas on how to create that abundance. And so we move on to romance. So romance for Libra is let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So sometimes we try to manipulate. Remember? We try to manipulate the outcome of something. We try to be someone that we're not. We try to, you know, we try to be people we think that they want, you know, in order to, you know, get someone or keep them around. But this is totally, you know what, this is what a guru once said to me. Of course, there were hundreds of people in the room. And I love this because I really took this to heart. And I always tell people this. So people think of letting go, right, like that. And it's gone and they've lost it. But he said, what if you let go like this? And it's there, right? Let go. I always say, let go. Don't hold on to crap. It stinks, darling. Drop it. You know, and I always say, look, you're over here picking up crumbs and there's a great big piece of cake over there that you're missing. You know, step away from the crumbs. There's a big piece of cake. You know, if somebody wants to go, let them go. Bye-bye. You don't deserve me. If I'm not number one in your life, you don't deserve me. That's it. And that's self-respect. That's self-love. Don't hang around for somebody, you know, for breadcrumbs, darling. No. Go for that great big piece of fattening cake, darling. Okay, now moving on to Scorpio. Oh my God, Scorpio last week. The same happened with Sagittarius. Excuse me, Sagittarius. Sagittarius this week, three recordings, but I just couldn't do it last week. I'd already been up all night burning the midnight oil. I think in Capricorn you can tell I must have edited it out about 10 yawns. I might have missed a couple, I'm not sure. In some of the readings I was like, I was dying. Alright, here we go. This is for Felicia. Yeah, bye Felicia. Bye-bye Felicia. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, Scorpio, darling. Scorpio. Thank you for that, Major. Scorpio. Lovely Scorpio. I love my Scorpions. My Scorpios. This is for Scorpio. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Scorpio on finances for January 2020? What's in store for Scorpio January 2020? One more. I have to do that. Sometimes I'm just guided to do one more shuffle. You know, when I'm recording the readings, I just shuffle and shuffle. Sometimes I'm there like half an hour shuffling. I go off in tangents. That's why it takes me so long to do them. Okay, this is for Scorpio. Finances for January 2020. 3 cards for Scorpio, please. There's 1. 2 more cards for Scorpio. There's 2. And 1 more card. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. Okay, and let's do romance. So I want to sing that song every time. No romance without finance. Got to go back. Yes, exactly. Okay. This is for Romance for Scorpio. What's happening romantically in the month of January for Scorpio? What is going on? Scorpio romance, January 2020. Oh, coming out, not coming out. There it is. Oh, very, very interesting. Okay. So the first card out for finances is the Ten of Wands. You know, it's so funny because Scorpio's got this for a whole year, the Ten of Wands, just in every reading. And I know that because one of my good friends and one of my patrons, she's a Scorpio, and I kept saying, your card's coming up. Go. This is too much responsibilities. And what happens when this card comes up, it's saying you've got to delegate, because this is like control issues too, right? Because you think that you can't, nobody can do as good a job as you, but you've got to let it go. And you have to ask for help, because she would be so angry that her husband wouldn't offer to help. But you know, I said to her, in his mind, he's probably saying, God, you really got it together. You're really amazing. You don't need any help. You just do everything. People can't read our minds. So we need to ask for help, right? We need to delegate. We need to ask for help, and we need to let go of control and let others, you know, take charge. We have to, if we have a team under us, we have to trust our team. We have to train them to the point where we trust them, and we can't micromanage. So this is the thing with this card. If, like, say if you're self-employed per se, and you have clients and you're like, yes, I can do it, yes, I'll deliver on this day, yes, right? Because you really believe that you can do it at the time, but then when you get down, to doing it, you can't do it. It's like too much. So there's not enough hours in the day. So it's almost like, you know, by trying to please them and trying to say yes, and you know, and stepping up to the plate, what you're doing is you're shooting yourself in the foot, because you can't do a really good job. You know, it's like when, you know, you're asked to take on extra responsibilities at work, you know, and then you can't follow through because it's too much for anyone. So it makes you look bad in the end. So, you know, it's really important to delegate. That's all I can say, is make sure that that you ask for help if you need help, or delegate. Because people will not offer most of the time to help. And if they do, it's half-assed, like me when I go out for dinner to a friend's house. Do you want me to help you? Like when they say no, so thank God for that. I really did want to help you. So the next card out is the Five of Swords, and this is what Cancer got to Scorpio. This is definitely, you know, conflict. So this can be, this is definitely conflict. This can be conflict at work. This is a conflict where this can be arguments, you know, at home over money. So you might have some issues in your relationships over money, because this is the kind of arguments that you have with a lover. It's where you get very personal and insult each other. Or, you know, say if you're at work and you're, you know, arguing with the wrong person, perhaps you're discussing, you know, although I can't see Scorpios doing this, because they're very kind of hold things close to their hearts. They don't really speak out. But this is, you know, this is scorpionic in nature, because it's like winning an argument by a personal insult, you know, stinging someone at the end. You know, winning no matter what cost. So, you know, it's being condescending, or, you know, you can't win through a proper argument, so you just insult them. The thing is with this card is that you're, you know, when you win, nobody wins. Nobody can win this argument, because when you do win, you're kind of left alone. There's always a price to pay. It's not a good look. And this is the Eight of Swords, darling. So this is a feeling of being trapped. So you might feel as if there's no way out financially. So, but this is an illusion. This is not looking at the situation honestly and truthfully. Either you're unable to or you're unwilling to. She's not, it's all in her head, right? I always say, you know, my son says this all the time. I have no choice. Always. He says that, no choice. And I say, listen, darling, everyone has a choice. You know, even Thelma and Louise had a choice. Okay, they drove off a cliff. I may not want to drive off a cliff, but there's an option there, right? And they took that option. So this is about feeling stuck. So you could feel stuck in a job, you could feel stuck in a situation, or in some areas, and this is financial, so you're feeling very stuck financially. You're feeling pressure, and you feel that you don't have any options. But that really is an illusion. So take the blindfold off. I would say that financially, for overall, for Scorpio, that January is going to be challenging for you. I'm echoing. Am I echoing for everybody? Sound like I'm stuck in a vent. Is everybody getting that? Let me have a look at my audio and see what's going on. Hello? Maybe it's on too high. Let me do this. Is that better? Is anybody else having any issues with me with the audio? I haven't had any feedback. Okay, so I have problems with audio. What does it sound like? Maybe I can do something here. That's right, darling. You're not afraid. Aries, I've got my Mars in Aries. I know what that's like. No, not better. Yes, it's better, or yes, there's issues. Was there issues before, or is this just the first? Now it seems to be a bit better. Oh, you should tell me. How is that? Maybe it was too loud. It was echoing. Now it sounds better. Okay, good. Thank you. I probably had it up too high because it's set for my camera, not my computer. Oh, darling, it's all technical issues. I'm telling you, it's Mercury. Mercury and, electricity is Uranus. Uranus is, I probably shouldn't have done a live feed today. Anyway, so let's get back to Scorpio. Scorpio, your romance, it's honeymoon. So financially it's challenging, but you're on a honeymoon this month. Enjoy yourself. I don't want to speak too loud now. I'm scared. I'm scared. So this is about taking quality time together with your significant other. I'm really enjoying good, thank you. I'm really enjoying that time. And honeymoon, darling, get on that honeymoon. All right. Let's go for Sagittarius. Oh my God, Sagittarius. I hope you appreciate the 3 times I recorded your reading this week. Good job I had the time. And the energy, sometimes I have the time. I very rarely have the time, but I don't have the energy sometimes. Alrighty, darling, let's go for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. You freedom-loving person. You bigger picture, freedom-loving person. People. Yes, Sagittarius. That's right. That's right. Okay, I can't bang this on the table because then my whole lot shakes. Shake, rattle and roll. Okay. Sagittarius, all you Sagittarius rising, this is good for you too. Sagittarius moons. Okay. This is for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Sagittarius for finances in January 2020? What's going on financially? One more. Gotta do one more for Sagittarius. Okay. Thank you for pointing out that audio ghost. Thank you. Okay. Sagittarius. 3 cards. Oh, 2 more cards for Sagittarius, please. 2 more cards for Sagittarius. 2. Oh, there we go. 1 more card for Sagittarius. Oh, there you go. Alrighty then. Okay, now we're going to do we are going to do romance. Romances for Sagittarius. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and help can you give Sagittarius about love and romance for January 2020. This is for Sagittarius. Oh, come on, darling. Let it go. Let it go. What's going on? Oh, there it is. Ooh. Very nice. Okay, so the first card out. Listen, I've been reading this like the moon, but it's actually not. It's got karma in the bottom, so actually this is the justice card. But I saw it as the moon before, and that's what it was. But it's funny that I noticed this is karma. So this is about, you know, and this karma is all Pluto. You know, Pluto is playing a huge role in January, and it's all about karma. So financial karma is at play. So if you've been, you know, if you've been above board, if you've been, you know, correct with your finances, things should be okay, but you may have some financial issues. I don't know though. You know, the truth comes out, right? Karma, the truth comes up and you have to deal with it. The stuff comes up from the darkness into the light, and it's time to handle it, right? So it can be a relief almost. So it could be things, financial things that you've put off and not dealt with. That was Cancer too. You know, are going to come glaring out. You know, it's so funny because secrets come out, right? The truth comes out, and secrets can be to yourself because you might have been in denial. And so it's a secret. Something comes from the unconscious into the conscious, right? So we're seeing it globally. All these secrets are coming out by world leaders, and, you know, so we're seeing all these secrets are being revealed right now. So change is a happening, whether we like it or not. So karma, you know, if you have some karmic debt, you're going to have to pay it. You know, financially, Sagittarius. And here we have the 9 of Wands. And this is about protecting what you have accumulated or what you've fought for the whole time. Don't stand down and let it go, because you might feel like, oh, I'm going to give up, you know. Actually, a friend of mine's Sagittarius, and she had some, well, it's a complicated issue, but she was like, oh, well, maybe I should just let it go. No, don't let it go. This is saying you're nearly at the finish line. Don't let it go. Fight for that. You can keep it. You don't need to let that go. You may have had it for a long time and longer than you thought, but guess what? You can have it for even longer, because this is the number 9, right? You're almost at number 10. You're almost there. You know, don't give up. This is don't give up. That's this card. And look, definitely don't. This is, I feel that your finances are going to be healed. And this is the Star card, right? This is it's the hope card. It's a card of hope. You know, these stars represent all the chakras, and this is one of those cards. This is a deep healing, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. But she comes down and she sprinkles starlight where there was once darkness. So your path forward is illuminated. So this is you'll start to see a way forward financially, Sagittarius, especially if you've been kind of in the dark, so to speak, about, you know, not knowing what's around the corner, not knowing what's going to happen. You know, it's that insecure, you know, shaky ground kind of thing. All of a sudden, a path will be illuminated, and you'll see some hope. There's some hope down the road. This is the light at the end of the tunnel. So financially, that doesn't look so bad for Sagittarius. And romantically, you've got true love. I'm looking for a true love, baby, a true love. This is the romance of a lifetime, baby. Whoop-de-doo. So you could be in this relationship. You might meet someone in January. But there's definitely chemistry, and this is fun and loving fun. I actually wanted to say something else, but it didn't come out right. Okay, now we are on to Capricorn. We are on Capricorn, darling. What is going on with Capricorn? Major astrological events. All these planets in Capricorn. It's crazy. Lucky, yes. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn in January 2020 on finances? What is going on for Capricorn? Capricorn. Finances. Hey, Taurus. That was already done. You'll have to, you know, do the look at it again. Stick around anyway. I'm going to answer some questions. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn on finances for January 2020? 3 cards for Cap. Oh, there's 1, 2. Oh, there's 2 cards. There you go. 3 altogether. That was quick, darling. Oh, there's a recurring theme here. Oh, okay. So the first card out is the 5 of Swords. This is conflict again. This could be conflict. This could be conflict at work. This could be... Aries was already done as well. You can check it out on the rerun, darling. So this is about arguing, getting into a conflict that cannot be won. So avoid conflict, particularly at work or with co-workers or anyone, or clients even, you know, if you're self-employed. You just have to be really... resist the urge to engage. Also, one has to be very careful on social media, particularly when you're I've known people that have made comments and got into arguments, and then they've lost a job, you know, because they were, you know, their comments were witnessed, you know. So you have to be very careful what you post online these days too. So the next card out is the Strength. So look, the Strength card is kindness and compassion. So your strength is in kindness and compassion, no matter what. So this should be your mantra all January. Kindness and compassion, kindness and compassion, kindness and compassion. That's my strength, kindness and compassion. this is self-discipline, you know, so this is not reacting on emotions or instinct, you know, because, you know, the lion's instinct is to attack, right? Strangers, but he's aware that he can enjoy this wonderful experience with this maiden if he goes against his nature, if he controls that his nature to attack, so he can really enjoy the moment. And then you've got the Queen of Wands. This is, you have to network. So it's funny, you've got to be, so go out there, network, socialize with people. Any kind of social events, you accept them. Because this is all about going out there and networking. She's a networker. She's the hostess with the mostest. She's the, you know, she's got everything. She can, you know, she's the executive. She's a mother. She's a wife. She's a multitasker. And she's very confident. So this is about, don't underestimate yourself. You could really make some incredible contacts by going out there. Helpful contacts. So remember that when you're out there networking, kindness and compassion, and don't engage in any kind of hot topic discussions such as politics. Do not get engaged in politics or religion. They're the hot topics, aren't they? Let's, you know, don't resist the urge to put your dime in. If somebody goes something, go, back off. And I always say, back off and let them be wrong. You know, it's just, it's not about judging someone either because they don't have the same beliefs as you, because our strength is in diversity, right? We should disagree, you know, we just don't need to be disagreeable, right? But, you know, there's a lot going on astrologically. It might be hard to kind of put a tap on that, you know, to keep you know, to be self-controlled. Okay, so this is for romance. I didn't do the romance yet. For Capricorn, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn on romance for January 2020? One last shuffle. Okay, this is so weird. Okay, Capricorn, romance for January. There we have it. Retreat. So it's time to disconnect from the world. So when this comes up, it means that if you have a lover, or you're going on a date, or you already have a partner, it is time to, you know, go into a comfort zone. You know, stay at home, watch the telly, or go to a nice you know, little B&B or something, and just retreat from society and just have some quality time together. You know, make that time to connect with each other. Disconnect from the world and connect with each other. Okay, so now let's go to Aquarius. Aquarius. Let's see what Aquarius has to offer. This is for Aquarius. This is for finance for Aquarius. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aquarius for finance in January? What's going on financially? Yes. Aquarius, I love that. Yes. Aquarius. Okay. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aquarius for January 2020 on finance? 3 cards for Aquarius, please. Oh, there's 2. One more card. Oh, they're doing well. One more card for Aquarius. Darling. Oh my God. I'm hanging out with Aquarians. Forget Geminis. No, I'm going to hang out with Aquarians and Geminis. How's that? Air signs. What's that saying? Financially, it's all about the air signs. They're going to do well. Do I have any air? Well, I have Mercury conjunct Uranus on my ascendant. Crazy. It's kind of air, isn't it? Well, anyway, let's take a look. Okay. Oh, I think, okay, we need to do the romance. What's going on romantically for Aquarius? What's going on romantically for Aquarius in January 2020? Aquarius. Aquarius. What's going on romantically for Aquarius in January 2020? What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aquarius on romance? Love and romance in January 2020. There it is. Okay, so the first card out, darling, is this is finance, is the Knight of Wands. Here I come to save the day. This is this is taking action on an idea that you've had. Actually, this came up in your in Aquarius reading this week, so it's really important to act on any kind of ideas that you've been mulling around. If you've had a business idea or a project that you think, anything that's going to create money, or an investment, if you've had any ideas, take action. When he comes in, it's about taking the action towards it. And look, you've got the Ace of Cup. My cup floweth over. This is a very good, new, auspicious beginning, and it's going to be emotionally fulfilling. Also, it's saying go with your gut feeling. So if you know, any kind of action that you take with this, you're going to be, if you're guided by your gut feeling. So say if you look at a property to start the business, or you're looking for a manufacturer, or whatever it is, whatever action you're taking, go with your gut feeling, because it's going to see you through. You trust it. And you won't be steered wrong. And look, this is like, it's going to be a success. You know, this is accolades. This is like being rewarded publicly. So, you know, maybe you already have a really good business that's off the ground. Whatever this is, this can be a promotion if you're in a job. It can be a raise. It can mean a bonus. It can mean you know, you're being considered for something else, or you're getting a, you know, best employee of the, you know, some kind of award. This is you getting public accolades, and it's definitely financial. It's celebrate, da 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 da. Darling, get a reading. Buy a reading from me. Spread a little love. And romance is keep an open mind. So this is your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And if you are in a relationship, you know, you've got to keep an open mind when your lover is a bit crazy, a bit, you know, odd, as I said. And maybe you're being odd. Anyway, or maybe they're suggesting odd things to do, but you just have to keep an open mind with your partner. Or if you're single, then, you know, consider people you wouldn't normally, you know, if someone's it may not look the way you kind of want them to, but get to know them, because maybe you'll connect on a soul level, right? Soulmate. All right, so Pisces, darling, this is the last one, and I'll go to answering some questions after this. So this is for Pisces. Pisces had a challenging read, I think, this month too. This week, not this month. Okay, this is for Pisces. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Pisces for the month of January in 2020? What can Pisces expect financially in January? Yes, Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. That's it. Thank you guys for sticking around. This is for Pisces. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Pisces on finance for January 2021? Last shuffle. Okay. Okay. 3 cards for Pisces, please. 3 cards for Pisces. 3. Oh, there we go. 1. 2 more cards for Pisces, please. Oh, there's, oh my goodness. I feel that this was their reading. 1 more card. Yeah. Oh, there's 2 more cards. Oh, wow. I feel that this was the same as your reading. Let me do the romance. Now, what's going on romantically for Pisces? What's going on romantically for Pisces? Somebody had this reading this week, exactly, almost. It just looks like somebody's reading. Can I remember whose? No, but it does look like it. Okay, so this is for romance for Pisces. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Pisces on romance, love and romance for January 2020? There it is. Ah, okay. All right, so the first card out is the 5 of Cups. You know, the 5 of Cups is looking at your glass half empty. It's, you know, it's crying over spilt milk, this card is. It's like she's got 3 broken cups that are spilt, and she's got 2 cups that are there, but she's just lamenting about the 3 cups, and those 3 cups aren't coming back. You know, they're not. They've gone. It's like, don't waste your energy. Move on, darling. Move on. And this is really a reminder to focus on what you have as opposed to what you haven't. It's like, you know, we can all focus on what we haven't or what's not working. But when it gets tough, we have to say, okay, but you know what? I've got this. I've got that. I've got this. I've got the other. It's like, focus on what you have. And be grateful for what you have, and then you'll have more things to be grateful for. Law of attraction, you know. Then you've got this iconic card, the 3 of Swords. There's pain there financially. You're suffering financially. And this is an old pain that's coming up. It's kicking up. You're feeling insecure. You're not feeling like you have enough. And somebody may have betrayed you financially and in the past. And you are feeling that betrayal now. So maybe somebody, you know, has stabbed you in the back at work. Or because this is a pain, this is a deep-rooted pain of betrayal, and this is stimulated by a situation or by someone saying something or doing something. So you know, this is like, you know, this can be political at work, right? This can be somebody taking the accolades for something you've done, or somebody, you know, somebody throwing you under the bus, you know. We've all been there. I've been under that bus loads more times than I can tell you. The 3, this is something that you have to handle, you know. So whatever finance, this can be somebody swindling you out of something that's yours. You know, somebody's stealing. It's not really stealing, but somebody could betray you in some way. But it is stealing in a way, right? Oh, my thing. And you've got the Death card. So financially, things have to die. You're in the hallway. So some of you may be looking for work, or maybe, you know, you're not earning enough to live, and you're in this hallway and you're waiting for the door ahead to open. The problem is you've got to close the door behind you fully and firmly before you can move forward, before the door ahead, because this is death and rebirth, right? Beautiful. It goes with my heart as well. Look at that. death and rebirth. So this is an internal change as well. This is you. The old you has gone. So it's closed the door to the past. Close that door of who you were. And what's really interesting, you've got another card, right? You've got the Queen of Swords here. So you could turn into the Queen of Swords, this wonderful, brilliant businesswoman. She is a little cold. She's the truth seeker, right? So she can be a little, she's an air sign. She's all about the truth. She's cerebral. She's an astute one. She can cut through the BS. She can see through to a person's soul, not because she's intuitive like you, Pisces. You're psychic and intuitive. She's just studied humans so much. She knows when they're authentic and when they're not. So she doesn't mess around. And she tells it like it is. She tells the truth. Brutally honest she is. So you might have a chance to be to have a partnership with this person. You wouldn't normally associate with someone like this, but this is a good fit for you if this happens for you in January. Consider it, and it would be a complete change for you. You would be changing on a cellular level, going forward very differently. Your whole life financially will change. But I feel that you've got to kind of sort this out. This may be the impetus for you transforming your finances and how you are in a business kind of way. You may change your career. You may change your job, because I feel that you may lose your job or lose a client or something. Something's gone. But the message here is don't sit down and lament about the loss. It's get up and do something. You may feel like you're in the hallway and it feels, it's scary sometimes when you're in the hallway, but you're going to come through this on top. These cards, that's right. You're going to come through this on top, so I wouldn't worry financially. It's not going to be easy. It's not tough when you're completely transforming your life. Transformation can be a little fearsome. It's stressful, but it's doable, darling. Don't worry. Don't take the action. Don't sit there and wallow in the loss. Get up, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. Just do it. Now, love-wise, you've got unrequited love. And there's not enough attractional chemistry to keep this relationship going. So if this is a new relationship, and this is quite the case, with meeting someone under the astrological aspects that are going on right now. There's chemistry initially, but it's, it doesn't last. It's quite kind of fleeting. It's fun and exciting while it lasts, but then it fizzles out. It doesn't have kind of, thank you, witchy gypsy. So it doesn't have the staying power. Now, if you are in a relationship, relationships have ebbs and flows, right? So you might be in an ebb, cycle. So it's not that it's not going to last. It's just that right now it's on a downward swing. It'll come back up. Perhaps, you have to revisit it. You've got to allow it to go through this, the waves up and down. You've got to allow it to do that if you're already in a relationship. Guys, that was love and finance for January for all the signs. Now I'm going to use a different deck. Anybody have any questions? Welcome, and thank you for staying around, those who have been here. What time is it? Yeah, I've been on for 2 hours. Oh, wow. 2 hours already. Oh, my God. Let's do some questions, guys. Anybody have a question? before I hop off. Anybody got any questions, darling? Any questions? Yeah, I did finance for each sign. Finance, romance and finance for each sign. You can look at it. I'll do the stamp times once I get off. But I can answer any other questions that anyone may have right now. Okay. Will Witchy Gypsy's finances improve enough for... I'm saying her, I don't know. Enough for them to move in house in 2020. I worked with all these millennials and nobody uses nobody uses the binary term. They say them and their. It's so interesting. Okay, so let's have a look. Will your finances improve enough for you to move house in 2020? Oh, you got 3. Oh, darling. We. Yes, darling. Yes. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is constantly turning, so you have the Wheel of Fortune turning in your direction. I'm gonna make you love me. Oh, yes, I will. You know, I always sing that song with the Wheel of Fortune. Sorry, guys. Don't go. And you have the Hierophant, and that's saying trust and have faith. Things are going to work out for you. And you've got the World, darling, and the World is... do things in a different way. Move. Look, you can. So I would say financially, you can do everything. You can do the same old things and get the same old results, right? But if you want different results, do something different, because the universe will support you. You've got all this life experience, and you can put your life in a completely different trajectory. I've been talking for over 2 hours, so darling, yes. We. That looks good. Okay, what is that, Deborah? Oh la la, there you go. Yes, the law of attraction. What's going on? What's the advice that you need, Deborah? What do you need advice on? What advice do you need? Shall I just say what advice? Okay, this is what I'm going to do. What advice do you have for Deborah? What would be helpful for Deborah to know, right? What would be helpful for Deborah to know? You're welcome, Witchy Gypsy. I love that name. What advice would be helpful for Deborah to know? The 9 of Pentacles, right? Well, I've already answered that question, Deborah, but the 9 of Pentacles is what you need to know, and you have to be okay, so look, she's got everything she wants. She's opulence, she's got luxury items, she's surrounded by wealth, she's worked hard and she's got it, but there's a cost to that. She's alone. She's got a bird with her, that's it. So what I would say is you have to make sure that you are balancing your life, that you are not just focused in one area, because remember before it was saying that you have to ask the specific question, because I don't know which question you're asking. No, you have to be specific. I don't know which is the same question, because I've had a couple. So You have to look for balance, Deborah, and you've got to remember to spend time with loved ones and invest in them too. It's not all about going to one goal. You're in, you are, you know what, guys, you can ask the question, Patricia, I might have missed it, so you have to ask the question again, and I do accept, what are those, those super chats. That kind of gets my attention quickly. I don't miss those because they stay up there. If you want to super chat me, I would be very grateful. But okay, so this is, you've got to balance it. You've got to balance it, or you could end up alone when you're focused on one particular area. So, before it said you're overthinking, so you need to kind of allow, you've got to live life at the same time, right? So sometimes you've got to kind of, hold back. Is there travel in my future? Oh, Nor, what was your question as well? You have to print it, Nor. I don't know what question you want. Is there travel in my near future? Is there long distance travel in my near future? True. Is there long distance travel in my near future? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You've got that. You've got the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is, an opportunity. So I would say, yes, this is good. Now, 2020, does 2020 look, in what, it's too broad a question, Nor. You have to be more specific. You have to be more specific with the questions, because when you go broad questions, it's, it's the whole year. What does it look like? In one card, do you want to know what it looks like overall financially? Do you want to know what it looks like overall romantically? Pick an area and ask for it. Or what do you need to know? Here, there you go. I'm going to do that. What does Nor need to know? What will be helpful for Nor to know about the year 2020? What will be helpful for Nor to know about the year 2020? Okay. Oh, abundance. The King of Pentacles. The King worked really hard and it paid off, and he is surrounded by opulence and abundance. So it's all about working hard. Will my book be successful? Will my book be successful? Let me see. Will my book be successful? Let's have a look. Yes, Four of Wands, a great foundation. Yes, absolutely, it will be. This is celebratory card. This is celebrating. Yeah, definitely. Oh, you're welcome. Truth 316. Okay. Any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? Alrighty then. I don't see any questions right now. If you want a quick question, ask me now, because I am going to get, I've been on for 2 hours and 42 minutes. My super chat is open if anyone would like to give a super chat. It's the first time I've been on here and didn't get one. 8:42. which is fine. Cancer did say don't. Go ahead, what do you want to ask? What do you want to ask? Thank you. Great. What's it about? What's your book about? Yes, you can, Nor. Ask me another one. You can always ask me one. You're always so helpful and so sweet. I think I'll make you a moderator for my next live feed. You have to sign in at the same time though as me. I'm going to make you a moderator next time, Nor. You'll get a little tool next to your name. Okay, Nor. Will I get married in 2020? Okay, there you go. Oh, I know, it's so weird. I didn't get a notification and it wasn't even showing up on my page either. It's so annoying. But I only did it today. I decided to do it this morning. Okay, will Nor get married in 2020? It's a nice year for a white wedding. Let's have a look. I've got to do this one more time. I've got to do this one more time. Okay. Will Nor get married in 2020? Oh, okay. Oh, this is interesting. You've got the Justice card. Justice is karma. So it really depends. You know, it's so interesting that a lot of people are saying that they're not getting, they've even clicked my bell and got notifications, want notifications for everything, and they're not getting it. And it's really interesting because I'm not gaining. I thought that once I got 10k followers, I would get onto the algorithm, but I posted the videos and lost 16 subscribers. I don't know, there's no rhyme or reason. And people are saying they're not getting notified. So, I don't know. I'll take it up with them, I'll ask them. Okay, so the Justice card is all about balance, and it's all about karma. So this is, well, also, you know, listen, the Justice of the Peace. Yes, I'm going to say yes. Justice of the Peace, I just thought about that. Nor, yeah, I kind of want to pull another one. Yes, me too. Yes, I do too. Okay. So are you in a relationship, a serious relationship with someone, or are you hoping to meet your I always say I'm going to meet my next victim. The poor person. Yes, darling, you're getting married. Oh, lovely. Yes, darling, it's all happening. Justice of the Peace, and yeah, it's happening. Has somebody proposed, or is that kind of no one around? Okay. They're coming in for you, darling. They're coming in for you. All right, guys. Well, it's been lovely hanging out with you guys for more than 2.5 hours. Yeah, congratulations. I can't wait to meet the new mystery person. Yeah. It's been lovely hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and for those of you who hung around till the end, it was lovely, and I will see you next year. Next year, darling. Okay. Yeah, everybody, a happy, wonderful, healthy, prosperous, year filled with blessings, love, and abundance. There you go. Okay, I love you all. Mwah. And I'll see you in Facebook, guys. Those of you, Happy New Year. I'm going out. I'm going out on the town, darling. Love and peace to you all. Yeah. Okay, darling. Bye.